Lisa was always the odd one in the Simpson family, and often found herself in situations where she got hurt either emotionally or physically. These are 10 times where Lisa Simpson was a victim. Number 1. Lisa's Pony, Season 3, Episode 8. Lisa's Pony, Homer's constant disregard for Lisa leads to one of her most heartbreaking moments. It starts with Lisa needing a new reed for her saxophone ahead of a school talent show. After unsuccessfully calling everyone else for help, she turns to Homer, who agrees to get it. Arriving at the music shop just before closing, Homer decides to grab a beer at Moe's first. By the time he returns, the shop is closed. Despite Moe convincing the owner to reopen, Homer barely remembers what Lisa needed, and by the time he arrives at school, it's too late. Lisa humiliates herself on stage. Feeling guilty, Homer decides to fix things by buying Lisa a pony, ignoring Marge's warnings about the cost. Though Lisa is thrilled, the family's finances spiral out of control. Homer takes on a second job, but collapses from exhaustion, prompting Lisa to sell the pony and prioritize her dad's health.
He slept, he stole, he was rude to the customers. Still, there goes the best damned employee a convenience store ever had.
Number 2. Moaning Lisa, Season 1, Episode 6. In Moaning Lisa, Lisa feels lost and lonely, her unhappiness dismissed by her family. The episode begins with Lisa depressed, skipping cupcakes at breakfast, and struggling through school.
Missy, just tell me why you weren't getting out of the way of those balls.
I'm too sad.
Too sad to play dodgeball? That's ridiculous.
Her sadness catches the attention of Principal Skinner, who sends a progress report home. When Marge and Homer try to help, they offer a shallow solution. Homer tells Bart to vacuum while Lisa takes a bath. Lisa finds comfort in music and follows a distant saxophone melody to discover Bleeding Gums Murphy playing on a bridge. The two bond, and Bleeding Gums encourages Lisa to express herself through the blues.
I'm the saddest kid in grade number 2.
Meanwhile, Marge recalls her childhood advice to smile through sadness and urges Lisa to do the same. But after seeing Lisa's forced smiles mocked by classmates, Marge realizes her mistake, apologizing and supporting Lisa's true feelings. The episode ends with the family enjoying Lisa's blues performance at a jazz club, where her spirits shine. Number 3. Summer 4'2", Season 7, Episode 25. Lisa tries to reinvent herself during a summer vacation but becomes the target of ridicule by Bart and her friends. As the school year ends at Springfield Elementary, Lisa eagerly hands out yearbooks she painstakingly edited, but her excitement fades when no one signs hers. Meanwhile, Bart profits from a yearbook signing booth, collecting signatures effortlessly. Later, the Simpsons head to Ned Flanders' beach house, where Lisa sees an opportunity for a fresh start. She ditches her usual image and adopts a cooler persona, quickly befriending a group of laid-back kids at the beach.
Hey Lise, I made something for you. It's a friendship bracelet.
For me? Wow, my first real friend. Ship bracelet.
Number 4. Lisa the Vegetarian, Season 7, Episode 5. Lisa's moral decision to become a vegetarian makes her a target of ridicule, leaving her feeling alienated. It starts at the petting zoo, where adorable lambs tug at her heartstrings. Back home, a barbecue planned by Homer adds tension. Lisa's refusal to eat lamb chops escalates into rejecting all meat, sparking Homer and Bart's mocking anthem, "You don't win friends with salad."
I can't eat this. I can't eat a poor little lamb.
Lisa, get a hold of yourself. This is lamb, not a lamb.
At school, Lisa's convictions clash with dissection assignments and cafeteria options, highlighting her growing isolation. Things spiral during Homer's barbecue when Lisa's gazpacho offering is laughed at. Infuriated, she sabotages Homer's roast pig, sending it flying through town in a hilarious chase sequence. Lisa finds solace at the Quickie Mart roof with Apu and the McCartneys, learning to balance her beliefs with tolerance for others. She reconciles with Homer, standing firm in her vegetarianism but respecting differences. Meanwhile, the airborne pig still soaring. Number 5. Lisa the Simpson, Season 9, Episode 17. Lisa's worst fears take shape when he struggles with tasks that once came naturally. The brain teaser stumps her while others solve it effortlessly. She forgets her locker combination, throws together a lackluster agriculture project, and even loses her saxophone skills. Convinced she's falling victim to the infamous Simpson gene, she seeks Grandpa's advice. He confirms her suspicion, explaining that every Simpson starts off smart but becomes dimmer over time, Homer and Bart being prime examples. This leaves Lisa devastated, haunted by a nightmare of a dull future with Ralph Wiggum. Desperate to fight her fate, Lisa appears on Smartline, urging Springfield to cherish intelligence. Homer, in a bid to prove the family isn't entirely hopeless, assembles their relatives. The men's absurd job descriptions only deepen Lisa's despair, but Marge points out he's ignored the women. To Lisa's delight, they're thriving professionals like surgeons and architects.
The defective Simpson gene is on the Y chromosome, so only men are affected.
Number 6. Stark Raving Dad. Season 3, Episode 1. Homer's neglect of Lisa's birthday leads to a serious fallout, but things take a bizarre turn when Michael Jackson, disguised as Leon Kombowski, helps him make amends. Lisa reminds Bart to get her a gift, but he's distracted by Krusty's hotline. Meanwhile, Homer's shirt turns pink after a laundry mishap, leading to ridicule at work. Mr. Burns misinterprets it as a sign of rebellion and sends him to a mental institution, where Homer meets Leon, a large, eccentric man who claims to be Michael Jackson.
She's just a girl who says that I am the one, but the kid is not my son.
On Lisa's birthday, Bart is informed that Homer's been committed and tells the family. Marge manages to get Homer out by revealing the truth behind his breakdown, Bart's antics. Leon visits the Simpsons' home, but when the crowd sees him instead of Michael Jackson, they disperse. Bart admits forgetting Lisa's gift, so he and Leon write a song to make up for it. Lisa forgives Bart, and Leon, revealing his true identity, leaves Springfield, singing the birthday song. Number 7. Lisa's Substitute, Season 2, Episode 19. Lisa forms a strong bond with her substitute teacher, Mr. Bergstrom, who teaches her in a way that deeply resonates with her. When Miss Hoover falls ill, Mr. Bergstrom steps in, and his unconventional teaching style captivates Lisa, making her feel understood for the first time. Meanwhile, Bart runs for class president, but his campaign turns into a chaotic, joke-filled battle with Martin. Despite his antics, he fails to vote for himself, leaving Martin to win.
What about you, Bart? Didn't you vote?
At home, Marge encourages Homer to spend more time with Lisa. At a museum, Lisa runs into Mr. Bergstrom, and Homer's lack of knowledge embarrasses her. Mr. Bergstrom takes Homer aside, urging him to be a better father. Lisa later invites him to dinner, only to find him gone, replaced by Miss Hoover. Desperate, she rushes to the train station, where Mr. Bergstrom gives her a note that says, "You are Lisa Simpson." Number 8. Homer vs. Lisa and the Eighth Commandment, Season 2, Episode 13. The episode kicks off in 1200 BC with Homer the Thief, a bearded version of Homer Simpson, stealing from an idolater. Moses arrives with the 10 Commandments, and Homer, when told, "Thou shalt not steal," reacts with a classic "Dow!" Fast forward to present-day Homer, napping in a hammock. Inspired by Ned Flanders' rejection of illegal cable, Homer decides to get free cable for his family. Everyone enjoys the new channels except Lisa, who becomes uneasy after a Sunday school lesson about hell and the 10 Commandments. She worries that Homer's cable theft will send him into hell. Lisa protests the theft, even accusing Marge of tasting grapes without paying.
Anything else?
Yes, I ate 2 grapes. Please charge me for them.
Lisa is ostracized by her family for refusing to watch stolen cable, leading her to stand alone in her principles. She visits Reverend Lovejoy, who tells her not to turn Homer in but encourages her to avoid watching the stolen cable. Homer, feeling guilty, cancels the cable, but not before accidentally cutting the electricity for all of Springfield, ending the episode in static. Number 9. Round Springfield, Season 6, Episode 22. Lisa faces an overwhelming loss when her mentor, Bleeding Gums Murphy, passes away. It all begins with Bart's stomach troubles after swallowing a jagged Krusty-O, leading to appendicitis and a hospital stay. While Bart recovers, Lisa finds herself connecting with Bleeding Gums in a hospital room, who later lends her his saxophone for a school recital. Although the band is nearly non-existent, Lisa performs a stunning solo and becomes the star of the show. But her joy is short-lived when she learns of Murphy's death.
What happened to Mr. Murphy?
I'm sorry. He passed away.
Oh.
At his funeral, Lisa vows to honor his memory, despite no one else showing much care. Homer, more interested in hot dogs, gets one from a vendor outside, Meanwhile, Bart, after suing Krusty for $100,000 and getting only $500, buys the album Lisa wants, making a heartfelt gesture. When Bleeding Gums' song finally plays on the radio, Lisa feels fulfilled. Bleeding Gums appeared in spirit, jamming with her one last time. Number 10. Bart vs. Thanksgiving. On Thanksgiving, Lisa's carefully crafted centerpiece honoring women like George O'Keeffe and Susan B. Anthony becomes collateral damage in a sibling showdown. Bart, frustrated by the centerpiece taking up space, throws it into the fireplace, reducing it to ashes.
You don't even care! You don't even care!
Marge and Homer scold him, sending him to his room without dinner, while Lisa runs off to cry in her room. As Bart refuses to apologize, he storms out of the house, joining Santa's little helper in search of food. After a failed pie theft at Mr. Burns' mansion and donating plasma for a free cookie, Bart ends up at a homeless shelter, where he's unknowingly interviewed by Kent Brockman. Back home, the family watches the news, horrified when they see Bart's defiant on-camera statement. Realizing the role they played in his escape, Marge and Homer worry. Eventually, Bart returns, apologizes to Lisa, and the family enjoys a late Thanksgiving feast, finally reconnecting.